You know, we toss around words like smart or genius all the time. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's physically going on inside our heads? Why is it that one person seems like a genius and another, well, not so much? Today, we're going to pop the hood and take a look at the actual hardware of your brain and what IQ really means.
So yeah, why can some people just soak up information like a sponge, while others have a hard time remembering what they had for breakfast? Well, it's not magic. Turns out, it all comes down to the sheer processing power of one massive part of your brain, a kind of biological supercomputer that runs the show.
All right, to get to the very heart of intelligence, we've got to start with the biggest and most powerful part of the brain, the cerebrum. This is your command center. It's where all the high-level stuff happens, from figuring out a puzzle to writing a song.
The easiest way to think about it is like a giant memory card. But it's not just about how much it can store, it's about how fast it works, how efficiently it can pull up old files and write new ones. And that speed, that efficiency, that's what we usually call a high IQ.
And get this, the scale we're talking about here is just staggering. The cerebrum isn't just a part of your brain, it's the main event. It makes up a whopping 2/3 of the brain's entire weight. That incredible size is a huge reason why we humans can think the way we do. It is the undisputed heavyweight champ in your skull.
So, when this massive processor is firing on all cylinders, the results are pretty amazing. You can learn new things fast, your memory can hold on to everything from history facts to physics formulas, and your logic is sharp enough to let you plan, create, and think way into the future.
Okay, but what happens when this amazing memory card gets damaged? I mean, to really appreciate how important it is, we got to look at what goes wrong when it breaks. And a couple of famous movies actually give us a perfect picture of just how critical this part of the brain is.
You see, damage to the cerebrum isn't just one simple thing. Depending on where it gets hit and how bad the injury is, you can get some wildly different and, frankly, devastating results.
These two movies show the extremes perfectly. In Gajini, the injury basically makes his brain software hang. His memory just reboots every 15 minutes. But in Terra Nam, the damage is a total hardware crash. The memory card itself is corrupted. The whole thing gets wiped clean.
So, while your cerebrum is busy handling all your big thoughts and memories, there's another really important part of your brain working quietly in the background. It's kind of like a silent partner, and its main job is something we totally take for granted, just keeping us from falling over.
We've all seen it, right? But what's actually happening there? It's not that their legs have stopped working. The real problem is that the alcohol is messing with a completely different part of the brain, the cerebellum, which is in charge of coordinating every single move you make.
You can think of the cerebellum as your own personal gyroscope. It's tucked away at the back of your head, and it is constantly making millions of tiny little adjustments to your muscles to keep you balanced and your movements smooth, whether you're running for a bus or just trying to stand still.
And you can literally watch the system boot up in newborn animals. A baby goat, for example, is super wobbly right after it's born because its cerebellum is still figuring things out. But give it just a few days, it's hopping all over the place with perfect balance. That's the cerebellum getting its act together in real time.
So, we've seen the brain's incredible power for thinking and for moving, but this amazing machine also has a shocking weak spot. In fact, some of its most important parts are in the most vulnerable place.
So while your big, powerful cerebrum is pretty well protected by the thick bone of your skull, the area right at the back where your head connects to your neck, well, it's dangerously exposed. It's the brain's biggest paradox. Its most critical systems have the least amount of armor.
And tucked right in there next to the cerebellum is this small, almost hidden little part of the brainstem. But don't let its size fool you. The medulla oblongata is, without a doubt, one of the most critical parts of your entire body. It's your automatic life support system. It's what keeps your heart beating and your lungs breathing without you ever having to think about it.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. This is a tragic, real-life story from our source material. A simple fight, a single hit to the back of the head with a shovel handle, and her life was over, right there on the spot. The impact landed on that exact unprotected point.
So this is the key thing to understand. An injury to your cerebrum might mess with your memory, but a sharp blow to your medulla oblongata, that can shut down your body's most basic functions immediately. It doesn't just cause confusion, it causes complete system failure. It can kill you instantly.
So once you understand the brain's incredible power and its terrifying weakness, it all leads to one single, unavoidable conclusion.
This is exactly why police are so serious about helmet laws. It's not just about a ticket. It's because they know that in a fall, your soft brain can slam hard against the inside of your skull, and that one impact can damage your ability to walk, to think, to remember, to be you.
Just take a second and think about what's stored in that one organ. Your entire past is in there. Your ability to reason, your sense of balance, every hope you have for the future, your very personality, and of course, that quiet, automatic system that just keeps you alive, second by second.
It is, hands down, the most complex and valuable thing in the entire universe. You can't repair it like a broken arm or replace it like a bad engine. You only get one.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Knowing that it holds your mind, your memories, your entire future, and your life itself, how are you protecting it? It's a pretty simple question, but really, the answer is everything.